Hello. Hello, hello. Oh, this is working. Fantastic. It's already ready. I didn't have to do anything. I don't think I'll be done in 4.5 hours, as much as I would like to think so. What I will need to do, though... We can turn EA tracks off. Which, theoretically... means we won't have any copyrighted music. Game does have its own music though. Oh, how are you guys doing? You guys looking forward to this new playthrough? Oh, if anyone ever wondered like how far I got with this. Interesting, I never did these apparently. Oh, the Xbox Live exclusive. Ah, yes. Lock 2 cars behind. Thingy content. Wait, I wonder if... I'm going to try it just out of... Was it custom match? I doubt the servers work. But it might be fun to give it a go. Cannot connect to EA Nation. I assume that means it is dead and all of these items here are now completely unobtainable. I had done a couple of these actually. The BBS wheels are fucking here, well. Rotor 4 had a really cool vinyl. It's been hot today. It has. 911 GT3 RS as well. Pontiac GTO and Toyota MR2. We will never get those. But everything else that is here is all offline and doable for... Three quick races, all challenge series event. So it's worth knowing that the career mode will probably take about 10 hours and we've got the challenge series to do as well. But you can unlock a lot of cars here regardless. Obviously everyone wants this one, but... I guess I must have made a new save at some point then. Because I'm almost positive. Unless Korea does that. Sure. Does that reset all my actual card progress too then? I wonder. Sure. You can have multiple saves. Yeah, but... No, it's all connected. Really? That is dumb! That is really dumb. No wonder I lost all the progress I had on my online shit then.
Start up.
Don't disappoint.
Try and keep the M3 GTR. I'll do my best.
walk away. Take my car. Go, get out of here.
Guess who's back?
To answer your question, yes, but local multiplayer only. It's Croc. Hey, Porker. Oh, that's manual. This thing handles really well, but I know the speed stat on it wasn't great, which is quite funny. But yeah, they do not make this easy for you. That Corvette's got acceleration, but it doesn't have turning ability really. RX-8 star. Why is there even a truck there, bro? Why is it? POV me and Boys in Tokyo in a few weeks' time.
Sit down! How you been? It's time to settle a little score from Rockport. You think?
Oh shit, it's the man himself. The man who can't keep his mouth shut.
I don't remember asking for your help, Croc. What makes you think you can bounty hunt in Silverton without my approval?
It's Cross. Now this guy's from out of town.
Been a long time, kid. What's his bounty?
150K.
David, take care of this guy. So, that's what you've been up to. Nikki, this should be interesting.
How dare you show your face here!
Whoa, hey,
Fool me!
control yourself.
I still don't know what happened that night you took off. But I do know you're into me now for some serious cash. Things have been getting a little too close for comfort around here with all these crews battling for new territory. I think I could use someone with your skills to help me out. The way I see things, I bailed you out of a serious jam twice now. Time for you to return the favor. Nikki, what do you say you show your old friend the ropes?
You gotta be joking, right?
You got a better idea? Then let's get him started, right away. Don't disappoint. Not again.
Bullshit. Croc hit the sign. He sure did. Impressive turning circle for a car that didn't turn its wheels. It's the monkey. Rest in peace.
Thanks for waiting up.
Yeah, sure, Nikki. Hey, who's the third wheel?
Doesn't matter. Darius made all these cars available to you. Pick one, whichever one you want.
Hey, if there's three, do I get one? I mean, I don't care which one, although I am partial to the one with the sweet rims.
Why don't you just make sure the tanks are filled?
That's great. I'm the monkey.
Pick one. Let's get this over with.
Your car was totaled while escaping from Cross. Select the class you'd want to start your career. This choice will determine which cars and parts you will not when you conquer territory. So we got 3 choices. Do I put it to a vote in chat? I say we put it to a vote in chat. Give me a second. Poll started now, you've got a minute. You've got a minute, chat. You reckon, Stick? To be fair, he does mention you're from Rockport, so you should have a vote somewhere on your chat area, hopefully. You can drop your votes in there. Although it's looking pretty conclusive about which car we're going for. Okay. Well, that's pretty conclusive, isn't it? Okay. Cool. One person voted for the Brary. I'm sorry. Chat wins though. RX8. It is. Which means we'll be starting in downtown.
Nikki's good. Just listen to her. And I'll stick around and I'll help out and make sure she's not too hard on you.
He also starts with a Mazda 3. I think based on what car you pick, he picks one of 2 car. Pretty sure. They're all live acted, that's why it's all done on the green screen.
I'll be your wingman just to show you. Neville's gonna help out. Be your competition for a few laps. First, you need to know how to tell your wingman when it's time to work. They'll just race until you tell them to do more. Try it now. That's it. You got it. Remember, it works the same for blockers and drafters. But scouts are working for you pretty much all the time. Okay, blockers are like cruise missiles on the road. They don't mind scratching their rides to knock your competition off the track. Let me show you. Alright, let me know when you want me to block Neville.
Let me know when you want to block Neville. We've got to watch this skill issue happen live.
That's it. See how that block worked?
Bro is out of it.
Speed demons. 2 cars traveling in line can go faster than 1. So you gotta get in behind them and stay there for a few seconds. You'll get a boost of speed, and when you pull out of the draft, you'll slingshot up ahead. Okay, just say when and we'll draft.
Why is it called Need for Speed Carbon? Wouldn't you like to know?
That's it.
I don't know either.
The last of the 3 types is scouts. And scouts are like having eyes everywhere. As soon as the race starts, they'll find every back alley, side street, or any kind of route that saves you time. Let's give it a try. See if you can keep up.
Pretty sure this is an exclusive part of the map that you never ever drive on in the career mode again. You can race on it in quick play though. I think it's called San Antonio. Juan Antonio.
That's all you need to get started. I'm done wasting my time on you. Later, Neville.
Well, guess it's just you and me. Let's go find some trouble.
There you are then.
So you've been gone a while. You're out in Rockport, huh? Man, a lot has changed since you took off. There are tons of crews in this town. Everywhere, man. Crazy.
Dispatch, possible code 6 just flew by me. I'm moving up, see if I can ID him.
Look out, cops!
I need a hand with this vehicle. 1044 on my position.
Watch this.
Okay, bro.
Oh, it's the coffee grinder, baby. I got your back. I'll lose the heat. Stay on the pedal.
Oh shit, crikey, it's the Rozzles. Very basic pursuit.
Attention all units. Attention all units.
God, it's almost like they've reused the assets from Most Wanted.
Supervisor requesting units on non-priority calls. Switch over to TAC 2 and monitor the chase. Suspect in a red Mazda.
Oh. I barely touched him! Bro crashed himself out! Fucking idiot! So we're going to ignore that Neville's killed it. Yes, because Neville's the monkey. To quote himself. Whee!
Units on the pursuit call. Suspect was last seen eastbound. Supervisor indicates he wants a quadrant set up east of the
We are
suspect.
not going to be in Fortuna.
Call still
I can
code
tell you that
6.
for free. We can head our way that way though. Obviously the cops will obviously be a lot more ruthless than this. But, there you go. Welcome to Fortuna, which is where we're not going to be staying.
Hey, we need to meet up. I've given you coordinates to a safe house. Meet me there.
All units, you can clear this call and return to patrol. Quadrant is canceled.
Just ran through the patrol car. I sure did. I swear I turned EA tracks off. They are now off. It's Neville! Bro, why is his car solid? Good lord. Phone powered by T-Model. Timo, our friends electric. It's a bot. Isn't Fortuna where TFK is? That's correct. But because we picked the tuner car, we deal with Kenji first.
Darius gave you the safe house. You can use it to fix your car or chill out when the heat's on. You need a wingman, and it looks like I'm it. Let me show you inside.
That turning circle, though. What did you expect your car to be like? Yes. What was the name of the actor that played Neville again? I remember he, I think he's passed away, hasn't he? If I remember correctly. Chonk boy. I'm boring, so I'm sorry, chat.
This whole city's a battleground. All the crews are always fighting over territories. Just check with your map if you want to see what's going on. The minor crews push and pull, but you'll see that most of Palmont City is divided up between Kenji's Bushido, Wolf's TFK, and Angie's 21st Street crew.
My favorite
Okay, you have no rep. But you win a few races and you'll end up owning an area. And that's what'll build up your rep. Once the crew bosses see you as a threat, they'll probably come looking for you. If they challenge you, then you got a shot at taking over their turf.
What is my favorite Need for Speed? Brian Scalaro, that was it. Oh, and if anyone was ever curious about how far I got in Carbon with, like, this, I got to 23 online. Somewhere between 23 and 29. These two achievements are now completely impossible unless you've done all the online stuff, which you can't do anymore. Those, so I have like 6 achievements I can never get anymore. It's a shame, but I did start this in 2012. When did I get that last level? 2014. That was the last achievement I got on this game. The servers were working then, though. My favorite Need for Speed. It's a toss-up between World or Underground 2. Mostly because Underground 2 was the first one I played, and World is the one that I remember having a lot of fun with. The Mick Gordon soundtrack slapped. I also thought Rotor 4 had a great fucking logo, by the way. But you can actually customize your crew's car, assuming you have... Can view car. I think you can then customize. Yeah. You've never heard of Need for Speed World? That's fair. You can actually modify your teammates' cars as well when you actually unlock everything for them. But because we've only just started, that's not happening. World was an MMORPG. I guess we'll start here then. Thing is, I don't mind online achievements on the proviso they get changed when the servers close. But I guess they're also a badge of honor because then you can say, oh, I was there. If you're wondering, Need for Speed World was the same premise as the map of Rockport and Carbon put together. This was probably one of my favourite songs in Carbon. But this one's also custom composed for the game.
Units monitoring, a code 6 party was just reported southbound. I need units to clear and start up. Suspect in a red Mazda.
I'm talking about being an EA person. Blur had one. What do you think they were doing? Probably polishing at this point. But Blur had one, but the difference was you could get it by getting it by having any other player who has the achievement. So it was what was called a viral achievement. This is a bit too easy. Maybe I should turn difficulty up. I'm clapping a bit too hard right now. If it's a month before release, it's mostly polishing. It's mostly polishing your game. Yes, that is correct. It would have been assigned an actual player dev's account, basically. It's like me on F1 2019. If you race me on 2019, my team name in online is set to Codemasters. You can't set your team name online. You can only do that if you're a dev. So... Oh shit, it Kenji.
I heard you were back in town. Now I want to hear you're gone.
Cheers, Nikki. Most 2000 intro. Yeah, probably. There's no difficulty option. What the fuck? Okay. You drive like a sensible person. I'm pretty sure you have to go and discover everything around the map. Now, if I remember correctly, there's a car dealer around here. I think it's like... turn right up there, if I remember right. Crazy how the Bushido load carried over. Yeah! Because we can't go to Silverton yet. Ah, there's the dealer. I can't access it though. Guess we've got no cars unlocked, so we can't really buy a different car. Safe house is right on the edge of town. Of course it is. Well, I guess we'll go to the speed trap then. Oh, the Scorpion team's here. Cheers, Neville, for rubber banding, I guess. Bro, he's actually turning around. It's okay, Neville will just win this for us by just rubber banding all the time. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad. Neville can win. I don't care. Oh yeah, I did like that.
All units monitoring. We're receiving numerous reports of a 1050 suspect heading northbound. I need a unit to clear and head up that way, please. Suspect in a red Mazda.
Of course they're in a red Mazda. They're not in a black fucking Mazda, are they? Come on now, please.
Should be there shortly, unless someone's closer.
At least you don't have to follow a star rating in this fucking game. Oh, there's the car dealer. You know, in case you wanted to buy another car already. If you wanted to buy another car, you absolutely could right now. I haven't got the money for that, but you could. There's a couple of other cars here, like there's Neville's car. Interesting how we already have a couple of these cars ready. Why do I have the G30? Why are those free? I'm not buying them because I think that's wrong. But why are they free? Why are they there? Believe it or not, I actually have some of the DLC for this game. So we have more Infinity and F86. We might. To be fair, I need to find the what's the map button? There it is. Do you have to buy like? Do you have to buy all your upgrades in here? Yes. Okay. I also like how you could, yes, that would make sense. I have a bit more than that. I do have a bit more than that. I'm going to at least change the paint on my car. Do I have any vinyls? I have some basic ones. Okay. Oh yeah, you can have a literal dragon head or the dragon crest, which I would prefer. Oh, the online ones as well. Yeah, I remember these. I had that at one point. Moo! Oh, this, I loved this decal, by the way, but I'll never be able to use it now. I love this decal, but I'll never be able to get it. Same with Scorpios. Scorpios is pretty neat. I like how there's a dragon one. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Interestingly, they just have a big logo slapped along the side. See, I would go for the body shapes if I could. They're easy. You could make your crew actually look like a crew, to be fair. But unfortunately, none of the stuff here is actually any good right now, so we'll leave that. You can do some basic tints, I suppose. The only thing you should ever do is a race car. Treat it like one. Of course I don't. Of course I don't have enough money. If money was no object, what would I get? What, in real life or in the game? My dream car is a Viper. My dream car would be a Dodge Viper. Just not a first or third or fourth gen. It would have to be a second or a fifth. I don't want a first gen. and I don't want a third and a fourth, I'd only go for either a second gen or a fifth gen. I wouldn't go for either of the others. The third gen was the one where they kind of really rounded it out a lot more, like it's a lot longer and a bit more flat at the back. And then the third gen, they just made it like a brick, basically. It looks horrid at the rear. So, yeah, I wouldn't. But if I had to be somewhat reasonable with... If I had to be somewhat reasonable with my... Oh, we're racing down a sprint in the canyon, okay. But if I had to be like, if I genuinely, like I said, my dream car is a Viper, but I would also be very happy with a Spirit RRX7 or a 2000 GT. I would be very happy with those. Oh, we've got Yumi in this race. Hello, Yumi. It's impossible to fall off in the sprint races for the canyon, which is probably a good thing. Z32 is a pretty neat choice. I think I'm gonna say something and I'm probably gonna get crucified. I think the LFA is a bit overrated. But I'm entitled to my opinion, and I will stand by that opinion. I haven't seen anything that makes me go, damn, I'd want an LFA. It's just not something I like. Like, the only thing that it has going for it, that everyone talks about, is the fucking engine. What other reason do you actually... Does anyone ever actually specify what other than the engine they like about the LFA? Because I've never seen people... Like... I just don't ever hear people talk about anything but the engine on the LFA. I get it. I get it. But no one else ever talks about anything but the engine. It looks alright. I also feel the same way about the Carrera GT for the same reason. It's not a popular opinion, but it is an opinion. I'm not even going to, like, gaslight you and say I think the Viper sounds better than the LFA. Because, again, that is subjective. It's not fact. It's subjective. For all I know, someone could think that a fucking fart can on a 4-pot Corsa would be the best sounding engine they've ever heard in their lives. I'm just saying. But it's an opinion, and I intend to keep my opinions my opinions. I guess all the copyrighted music is in free roam, I assume. Yeah, basically. Opinions are like asses. Everyone has one. Like I said, you are welcome. I will happily discuss why. And I've already mentioned... I've already mentioned why I think the LFA is overrated. And it's because no one talks about anything but the engine. That's the only reason I don't think it's actually, like, that good. It's not a bad car. I will objectively say, as a car, the LFA is very good. It's just not not just not a car I really, really like.
Yeah, you caught that one, man.
2000s with the Ferrari 458. Didn't that release in 2011? Not in the 2000s.
Hey, man, you seeing that guy? All right, here they go.
GTO, probably one of my favourite Ferraris actually, and it's not because of the value. Like, don't get me wrong, the value's ridiculous, and I'd never ever justify the price of one. I quite like the SM. Come on, monkey. There you go.
Oh, please tell me you saw that. Heads up, man. You got another one.
Forza Motorsport 4 has the 2011 version, I'm pretty sure, but I could be wrong. I'll have to double check that though.
We got company.
Or maybe it's just 2011 because it's the year the game came out and I just defaulted to that. S7 is pretty neat. What do I say my favourite cars? 2000s. Car that I thought, damn, I really like that one.
Patrol division, be advised. We've got multiple complaints about a reckless driver who was last seen northbound. Can I get a unit started on this? We don't have a clear description of the vehicle at this time. Stand by.
M400 Noble, maybe? Remember the... Yes, I remember the 412. It was in Forza Motorsport 2.
That was easy. Is that the best thing you can do out here?
Damn, they really own the city now. And we're just out here upsetting Bushido on a regular basis. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's you again.
I don't know what's more pathetic, your crew or your car.
Doing a skid that impressive in a Golf. That's not realistic.
I'm bailing, man. I'll see you around.
Watch Neville just fuck off into the distance now. This kid's too quick. Friendly fire, you're in Mazda. Why does he talk trash? Run away like a pussy? Couldn't tell you. I forgot to rev my engine. Oh, get your granny wagon out of the way. Nah, most golf drivers, they'll tell you that their DSG gearbox will absolutely dump you in a straight line. That's what most golf drivers will do. I know there's a song called Joker and the Thief in this game. Is it Wolfmother that performs the song, is it? I think it is. I think it's Wolfmother that performed the song. And I know for a fact that it's in the game. It's one of the very few songs I actually remember the name of. Wolfmother, yeah. Fun fact, that song was also reused in LEGO DC Supervillains. Drinking water at 3 AM is like drugs. I don't think I can concur with that. Unless you're putting stuff in your water. Like what, Lima's the, are you telling me, Lima, you're the type of person to put Barocca in your drink at 3 in the morning? What's my favourite car in this game? If my answer was the Viper, that would be too obvious. The answer is it's not. It's not the Viper. I actually need to check if it's in the game. Oh, cutscene.
Darius asked me to come by and see how you were doing. Nova, why don't you go get me something to drink?
Sure. What, like a soda or something?
How about some options?
Okay.
Looks like you cleaned the place up a bit. You've been generating quite a bit of buzz, you know. But you're not fooling me. What I'm trying to figure out is why you haven't skipped town yet. May I introduce Sal Mostella?
Hi. Nikki said that you might be looking for a new wingman. You don't know me, but, well, I know you. I'm a big fan. I've seen all your races.
And on that note...
Being a content creator be like...
See, things ain't been the same since you've gone, you know? There's a lot of posers, no respect. I know all the back streets. I grew up in these alleys. I can customize anything. I practically built all the kits you see around this place, so...
Okay, so I got soda and water. Where'd you go?
I'll even put up with this guy.
Hi, Lima. Shortest intro cutscene ever. You can hire him and he doesn't cost you any money. He also drives an RX-8, but it actually looks good. Sal's cars look great, if I'm honest. I don't really have a favourite car per class. But if I had to go per class, then obviously the Viper would be one. I'm gonna go give these guys a quick tune-up. No, not that I know of. Actually, you don't want to optimize performance. I prefer a little bit of oversteer. You want grip in a tuner. Ah, yeah, we have auto sculpt unlocked a little bit now. Physio. Over 100 fats and master. Nice! We do get carbon fiber as an option. And it's the exact same price. I don't know how much money I've got. Quite like the blast back one. How much have I spent? 3 grand. Okay, I think we could probably modify my automobile ultra. Yeah, basically. I like how this game gave you the option of being able to customize. I don't want a carbon fiber hood. That looks awful. Don't want it too excessive, but there you go. You can make like actually custom hoods like that, which is pretty neat. And the game will let you go quite aggressive with it if that's what you want to do. I'm not really much of an aggressive person. Like, you can see how deep the vents go there. Go for the RXA of Tyrone and Juice too. Oh, wouldn't that be something? Actually, what does that do? Oh, it widens the gap in the hood. Okay, that looks neat. I'll go with that. I haven't unlocked carbon fiber. Okay, I can do some wings though. Sure. Okay. So yeah, I remember now. Sal can only do certain parts, but we haven't unlocked them yet. So we would need Colin to do some of the other stuff. We do have some basic rims though. I don't think they need to be that large. I think 19s is okay. Like, no one needs 21-inch wheels. I think 19s are suitable for what we're going for here. You can also get some preset hoods as well. So you can either customize your own wheels or... I assume you can do the same here. Exhaust tips. Oh, yes, wheels. There you go. But you can only do... I think it's only certain ones. They have, like, certain styles, I guess. I guess the ones with the most options would probably be the Razor. But they look horrid default, so I wouldn't be surprised if no one went for them. I guess that just doesn't change the colour of them. Theoretically, you could make some quite neat designs, I would have thought. Like, if you really wanted, you could try going for, like, metallic gold wheels. I'm sure we could make this look pretty good at some point. Now is not that time, though. But what we can do while we're here, I'm just going to dump, because these are all free. These are all free. Oh, brother, put a wing on it. If you liked it, you should have put a wing on it. Body kits. Okay. I like the sound of that. options. Left order. I tend not to check Reddit all that much, and when I do, I'm usually disappointed. Skill issue, bro! Have I now? Well, get him off me then. That's your job, isn't it, Neville? Most Reddits disappoint me, to be completely honest with you.
Watch it! Watch it!
What do you want me to watch, Neville? If it's not taking this guy out, I don't care.
Hey, check this out.
Get wrecked.
That's right, that's right. Yeah, stay with it, man, stay with it.
I never knew there was an LFA bandwagon until recently. As in, like, the amount of people liking the LFA, or just for the engine? I've had a monumental skill issue on my part. That's what I mean. Like, everyone... yeah. I said it already. You're welcome to an opinion. But in my opinion, the only reason everyone bandwagons the LFA is the engine. No one ever really talks about anything else other than the engine. This is a restart. Because Neville ain't gonna fucking win either. Neville, what are you doing, bro?
That's a big move, man, big move.
The monkey hit the suit breaker. Rubber band cell. I know, right?
Patrol members be advised.
Oh, this time we got the police to worry about.
Vehicle heading west, units in the area head up.
Dispatch, you got any other details on that? My screen's acting up there.
Holy shit, Neville.
Man, this guy's going down.
Is he? I'll take him out then.
Oh, yeah, check it out.
Hit him then, Neville!
He's a waste, man. I'm sorry I can't get him. I'm gonna get a better look at this guy. Can't catch him, he's too fast.
Taxi.
You're right, here he comes. Yeah! Guy 96, man, close it in.
Neville took the shortcut.
Finish it. Lots of space, lots of time.
Neville letting the team down, you letting me down. I ain't the one racing. It's got a lot of things going for it, but all you'll ever see online is people talking about the engine.
I'm bailing, man. I'll see you around.
Like, I genuinely think the LFA genuinely has some cool things about it, but I just hate the bandwagoning, and that's why I hate the car.
We're not making any friends today. Don't hold back.
Oh, a few of the locals turned up as well.
That's it. Hey, closer to the right.
Bro, they crashed into the fucking splitter. And Neville has as well! Neville, what the fuck are you doing? Where's the lamb sauce, Neville? Bro is rubber banding like crazy. Oh my days.
Okay, you're in front. Let's keep it.
Never have I hit the hardest rubber band ever. You telling me? He's already up to 6th. Bro is hauling ass, man.
He's there, he's on your left.
That's my right!
Let's see if he's paying attention.
Probably not. Stop slowing down. Go for the...
Okay, let's just think about this.
Right, now you can go after the dude in first, which would be what I would like. God, Neville, get it together!
You're in the lead, man. We're winning.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, your left, move it up. Cops, please tell me you saw that. Hang on, the speeder just blew by me. Look, man, I'm loving that tuner ride of yours, but it's getting us some 5-0 appreciation here.
Copy that. Attention Patrol Division. Units engage high-speed pursuit of vehicle that is evading custody. Handle it.
1036, vehicle took off. I'm in pursuit.
Well, I have a sneaky suspicion I know a way I can end this.
Suspect's tearing through the park. We're off-road. That guy had no idea. They're coming after you. You're there, man, you're there. Bring her in. That car's showing warning lights.
Also, fun fact, if you're being chased by the police when you finish a race, the car will keep driving.
That guy's all going from here. Great run!
Come here, bitch! Hi! What the fuck is going on? The music is also reused from Most Wanted.
Please provide a situation report. Find one requesting update.
Car's coming up. Got a lot of problems. Hold on. PCMVA here, we lost.
Don't know how your car survived that, but okay.
Can you advise if we're clear to fall back? Pressure's making them cause a lot of damage out here.
Oh my god, hello copper. This car's so slow. It's not much of a pursuit vehicle, is it?
I need another car. We just lost a unit. I need containment. I lost the target. I'm gonna double back. Stand by.
Gotta go. Take care, Lima. Thanks for joining. Back to when you didn't have to worry about vehicle damage. Yeah, he added that aspect in, didn't it? I enjoyed that aspect, actually.
These guys ain't nothing
excuse me, Ross, where did you come from with that?
Slipped right past him, man. I love it. You're right. Here he comes. Hit it, man. He's coming in.
Go, monkey, go.
I got him. Get at this guy.
Fucking hell, Neville.
Can't catch him. Not now.
Just realised Rotor 4 uses the same colours as... Yeah, they do. I think Neil might be replacing it. Getting ready to cut ready for the next event. He sure is. Neville, please. Please, Neville. Just get going. It's not that deep.
Yeah, he felt that one, man.
God, Neville, wouldn't it be great if you were a big assistant right now?
Not to be I can't.
Fine, I'll do it myself. You fucking monkey.
Okay. Yeah, I got him. Oh, heads up, man. You gotta
God damn, man.
Not the right side. Don't look back, man. Go. Watch, you're gonna love this. Okay. All right, yeah.
Rose laying out his inner freezer. He said it himself. Neville literally says in the first cutscene you see him, I'm the monkey. So it's his words, not mine.
Hey, sure then. Let's do it again soon.
We're at 10% career completion already, by the way, chat. Oh, did I just not buy it? I did not. Ah, there we go, yeah. Body kit 1. We have auto sculpt now, so we can actually... When you defeat Kenji, Wolf and Angie, you're gonna go for their cars? That's a good question. I've not thought that far ahead yet. That's unfortunately all I'm really going to get out of this right now. Apart from, you could do that, but that's boring. So we'll leave the auto school for now. Yeah, I'll do those as well. I'm running F1 2001 on my phone. I just saw hacking and yeet into a wall. Amazing. Maybe not for hacking them, but definitely amazing. We have not unlocked any decals yet. That makes me sad. I'm definitely going to have to try and think of like a... We're going to have to definitely think of like a livery to give everyone at some point. Because whilst I really like their original like designs and stuff, we definitely need like a team style. Sure, we can cross that bridge when we get there. Let's see. Unlock wheels package 1. Unlocks spoilers. Okay, we might go for that one. That's a drift. Flame vinyls. Transmission tier 1 Pro. Oh, okay. Nitrous Pro. Suspension tier 1 Pro, I assume. Yeah. Nitrous and tires tier 1 Pro. Yeah, okay. So the drift one on Lookout Point gives us the decals. I will do the challenges as well.
Drifting is all about cornering. The faster you go, the more points you get. And you gotta try to connect your drifts from one corner to the next without fishtailing. The closer you stay to the walls without touching, the better you'll do. But be careful, because if you hit the side, you're done.
Does anyone actually know what decal they used on that Supra? Or is it just like an exclusive hero livery thing that you can't get? Crazy how the first drift race we're doing is in the fucking canyon. Thankfully this game's quite generous with how it drifts. Oh, I need to get used to the physics again. Like I said, it's entirely possible you can go off in the canyon. Bro's got grip on, not drift. I have grip tyres for circuit racing, but this game just grips you up by default on drift. It lets you slide anyway. As long as we win, that's all that really matters. This will be a race that we'll have to do at some point against the bosses properly. Let's not read the chat while I'm trying to drift. You've got to pretend you're on blur and you're drift boosted. This game looks familiar, it's obviously fun. Very good. How are you, Marmaduke? Doing somewhat okay. Good, good. Kenji's not going to be happy about losing that one. Hey Leo, how's it going, dude? Welcome, welcome.
Dispatch, that all you got on our suspect?
Unlock transmission Tier 1 Pro. We haven't unlocked any engine upgrades yet. Who's Mama and what are they? The Duke. Oh, there's an independent. There's an independent here. Okay. Do you know how I know they're an independent? Because they've got no livery. That's Ali. So Ali is not affiliated with the team, or if they are... How's it going so far? Yeah, we're about 10% through. We started today already. Oh, the wreck on Hanzo! My God, Devil! It's probable. It is probable. I can't talk. Probable. A T-Mobile sidekick? Does anyone remember those? A T-Mobile sidekick. Jesus.
Units monitoring. A vehicle moving at a high rate of speed was just seen eastbound. Can I get a unit started on this?
Of course it is, because what else would it be? Fucking green Volkswagen. What is probable? Great question. It is terrible English. Go on to throw something tricky on so you maybe hit it. I have the PS2 version because that's probably the smoothest running version of the game there is. It's probably also the most enjoyable. Force Neville to slow down if we're just running away at the front. Oh, he didn't seem to mind that. Why does Dorito sound like Henry Vacuum? Yes. Oh my God, the traffic car tried to kill Devil. Don't worry, we've all wanted to do that at some point. What a dipshit. Oh, an actual drift track. Ah, yes, the bonus zone. I remember this. You can drift in the bonus zone and get some city points. However, you can only score in dedicated drift zones, which I'm not very good at. physics in this game are so strange. If I let go of the throttle, I just grip up and then I can just rocket forward. Fuck. At least I banked all that. It's funny, I tried to set this car up for fucking acceleration as well. Or at least slightly more than. It hasn't worked. Read that message in a second, Stigo. I'm getting the hang of the drifting a bit better now. I've finally figured out what the fuck I'm doing. For the most part. Thank you, man. I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, it's... Do you know what? As someone that's on the spectrum, it's one of those things that's quite... I think it's quite hard to explain how things like autism and being on the spectrum affect people. Like, believe it or not, my biggest issue is actually non-verbal communication. You may also notice I don't tend to look directly at the camera, because I find it as uncomfortable as making eye contact. I hate it. It's so boring. But yeah, I never look at the camera because that actually is like the equivalent of me making eye contact. And I hate doing that. I actually physically struggle with making eye contact. So I never look at the camera all that often. I might do it for like dramatic effect, but I'll never really look at the camera because I hate doing that. Honestly. So yeah, if that's something you didn't know about me, there you go. But I don't like looking at people's eyes, and I don't like looking directly into camera lenses either. It's quite unsettling for me. I can talk and blabble, like I can talk and blabble away while not looking, or looking at something else to keep my brain focused. But yeah, it was oh my god, the understeer. Is this what grip tires are like? Unique is probably the best word to put it, but it affects everyone in different ways. But yeah, my biggest is text and like social cues, I guess. I'm terrible at those as well. It's easy for me to blabble to, like, you guys over a headset, microphone, over some games. Because I can focus on the game knowing that not everyone is looking at me and they're probably watching the gameplay. My head's there to help me just give you something else to look at. But looking at the camera is not for me. But social cues and non-verbal communication are my biggest downfalls. I actually also really struggle with keeping friends as well. I've had a very notorious time with that as well. I tend to find that my social circle is incredibly small. Like, if you were to count how many friends I would consider in my close, like, circle, you could probably count it on, like, potentially even one hand. And some of those people I've been friends with for absolutely years and never met. But whilst I can consider them close friends, like really close friends, the reason why I say social circle is because they're not all people I've actively met. Like, me and Stig, I like to think are extremely close friends. Me and Portia are, me and Paulie are. Marmaduke and I are good friends, I would say. I know Marmaduke in person. Liam as well, I think is, I like to think, good friend. But when I talk about my real social circle, I mean the people where I've met in person, that I've known for at least like 10 plus years of some description, that have put up with all of the bullshit that I've put them through over the years and are still my friend. You could count that on maybe one hand. And I'm not looking for sympathy because, like, at the end of the day, the way I look at it is, if you can take me at my worst, then you deserve me at my best. And I don't think that's something I've ever really strayed away from, because I'm not going to try and please other people that don't want to take me as me. And I've always said on camera, and I don't beat around the bush, right? I don't put on a show for the camera. I'm just me, and you guys enjoy the slightly more chill style of stream. You know, just talking, taking the piss out of Neville or whatever it is we're doing, right? But, like I said, I don't pretend to be someone I'm not. Yeah, the only difference is me and Portia would need to find a way to cross continents for that. But, yeah, hopefully at some point I can maybe meet a few of you guys, and, you know, like, obviously the one thing that I think people forget is people online, like content creators, artists, musicians, whatever, right? They all just want to do something they like, but without being, like, I guess would harass be the word I'd use. They don't want, they just want to do what they like to people that like what they do. And they don't need all the drama. But unfortunately, as part of doing what you like to people you like, is that you also have to be prepared for the people that don't like what you like. But the worst thing you could do, the worst thing I think you could do is actually feed a troll. Like, if you just ignore, like, take constructive criticism, but dismiss criticism that isn't helpful. Because if someone said, hey, I think you should try doing this, it's something to consider, and maybe, you know, maybe you take a chance on it. Maybe, like, you know, I wanted to try picking up a couple of different game genres for playthroughs this year. And, you know, I think I said it before, like, whilst I have a preference in driving games, because, you know, I've grown up with them, I've played them all my life, I run an esports team that is predominantly a driving focused team. At the same time, it's just like, you know, I like sports games, I like playing sport, and I get that sports games aren't for people, which is why I say whenever I do these streams, I'd rather people be here for me rather than what I'm playing. Because, like, I have streamed Rocket League on this channel before. Paulie knows because we've played together. Me and Stig play Rocket League quite a lot. Portia's recently just got into it and is learning the ropes. You know, like, there are games on stream I would like to do, and sometimes pushing the ballpark out there to introduce you guys to something that you might not even ever have considered before. That's enough for me. If you learn something, or just, you know, listen to me rant, or just type a message in chat, it's all appreciated, because I don't get to do this normally. You know, I live alone, and my close circle of friends is not only incredibly small, I live ages away from them. I don't have a car, I can't quite travel around. Like, Chaos that drops by here, I've met him in person a couple of times. We've known each other for like 4 years before we met up, and we went to watch British GT at Alton Park. That's how we met. I took a complete gamble on taking a train all the way up to where he lives. You know, I took a gamble, I took a train, thankfully the event ticket was paid for because it wasn't so expensive, but that's how we met. I stayed at his for 3 nights. I never met the guy before. But he's one of my closest friends now, because of how much we've just been through together. Sure, I don't share all my hobbies with him, Like, I have hobbies that he doesn't like, and he has hobbies that I don't like. But we can communicate well enough and understand each other well enough that it just works. And there's the same, like Leechy, who occasionally drops by here. I finally met him in person. We met each other in 2012 over fucking Forza 4. And the one thing I remember him asking, the first thing he messaged me was, how did you beat my 900 horsepower Camaro in a 200 horsepower Miata? And I taught him what it took to get better at racing games, and we only met for the first time last year because they all came down to visit. Like, Chaos and Leechy came down to visit, and, you know, they stayed near where my other friend lives. Kaloum occasionally drops by. I've known Kaloum since secondary school. We had rocky moments before, but we're still friends. And, you know, like, my social circle of friends is so incredibly small you can count it on one finger. Like, you know, same with my, another friend of mine. You know, we've had our rough patches. I won't drop his name here because I don't think he'd want me to do that. But there's a person that frequents my streams every little so often, and we're really close friends, and we've met up regularly whenever I've gone to cover work in a different store. Like, we've met up regularly there, and caught up, and we met at Codemasters. Like, we met at Codemasters. I got put into the multiplayer testing department when we were on Dirt Rally 2, and he was testing F119 at the time, which obviously was also in side development of Dirt Rally 2 because it came out the same year. But he was on F1 2019, and we met over fucking a fail racer video, and it just stuck. He used to sit there on his lunch breaks, eating lunch with me while I played the fucking coin game, having a Donko addiction, as Paulie calls it. But the difference was, it was the fucking Mega Drop machine that I spent. At one point, I was in the top 15 for tickets on that one machine. Like, in the world, I was in the top 15 for that one machine for the amount of tickets earned. I'm not there anymore. Oh, hello, Kenji.
You think that car's got what it takes? Huh? Enough to take me on? Okay, first, we're gonna run in the city. And then, only if you win am I gonna give you a shot at taking what's mine. But if you think you can beat me in a canyon duel, you're as much of a joke as your car.
Cheers, Kenji. But, like I said, I will never pretend to be someone I'm not, because that's just not who I am. I was done trying to please people in secondary school when I just got it kicked back in my face for it. So why waste time on people that aren't going to like me for whatever I do or whatever I say, when I can, you know, be around people that will take me for who I am, what I say, and everything like that. I like to think that it's because of gaming I've made some very close friends. Obviously, professional and social life don't really go hand in hand, I would say. There's a lot of, like, obviously I consider a lot of workplace friendships professional. I have a good friend of mine. We worked together when we were working in warehousing together. He's occasionally dropped by my streams. I know he's a follower, but he's so busy now. But he moved back to Nigeria to run a business there, and it's taken its toll on him. But we still keep in touch every so often through some Instagram DMs. Like, the internet has connected all of us in such a way that I genuinely think is, like, irreplaceable. What used to be just going down to the pub to see your mates has now become a massive social conversation over a phone, or over a Twitch stream, or over a YouTube video. You know, we have all these social media apps and ways to communicate with people that it's just incredible. The way that we go about socializing now has just completely changed. But there's still that part of me that is really, really glad that you have those friends that will go down to the pub with you, that will see you for a meal and a drink, that will do things with you together that's not just words over a phone. like, I like to use birthdays as a really good example because it's something my dad taught me. But getting a card is more meaningful than getting like a social media post for me. Because the card actually requires someone to go out, go to a store, write a message and then send it. Anyone can, like most people, right, I'd say about 97% of the population have the ability to write a happy birthday message on their phone because Facebook prompted them. You know, the sentiment is still nice. The sentiment is still nice that people will wish you a happy birthday over the phone. It's nice that they remember. But I'm of the opinion that a card is just that little bit more special. Because you have, like... I have cards sitting on there that I haven't taken down from my birthday this year, and I probably should. But, you know, that you can understand what I mean by what I'm saying. I'm not saying that posting a message on Facebook is less valuable than, is not less valuable than, like getting a card, because the sentiment's still there. I appreciate the effort you went out your way to spend a few seconds, you know, writing me a message and stuff like that. I guess we're racing Kenji here then. Let's do this.
You remember me, right? I don't think you do. If you did, you wouldn't be sitting here right now.
But, yeah, it's one of them. It's just the fact that someone's gone out of their way to send you a card in the mail with a happy birthday message inside, and you can keep it for as long as you want. Whereas most Facebook posts will probably just get lost in your notifications by the end of the day. And you know, like I said, the sentiment's nice, like, but I think there's just a slight distinction between someone writing you a message and typing you a message. And like I said, I have a few close friends, I would say, where we've done a lot of, like, things, you know, together. But we haven't ever met in person, and I know who that friend is. He's gone through a bit of a rough patch recently, but he's back on his feet now, so that's always good. And, you know, I'm just a little bit sad at times that I can't do more for my friends in the way that they do for me. Like, well, I know that I never ask, and I never will ask for things like donations, Twitch subs, whatever. Because that's your money. That's what you want to do with it. I'm not going to force you or make you feel bad that you haven't done something, because I'm not like that. If you haven't done something, I'm sure you have your reason for not doing something. And it's not my business to know why you haven't done it. But I will respect it anyway, because that's your decision. Like, the only reason people listen to what they get told at work is because, you know, you're being paid to do a job, and, you know, a company needs people to manage people. I completely get it. I absolutely get it. But at the same time, like, if you're just hanging out together, then, you know, if someone offers to spot you a drink, you know, I'll absolutely take it. You don't have to. I'm grateful for it. That was their decision. I won't ever ask. Because asking is just like, asking for freebies is terrible. If someone offers you a freebie, you can try it. Half the time I look at freebies and go, it's not for it, I feel bad taking a freebie. I feel bad being offered something. Like, if I feel bad because you're offering something, you know, I'm just like, I just feel like if someone's offering something, even if it's like a sample, even if it's just a sample, it's just like, I don't, if it's just a sample even, it's just like, I know you're offering it out to try and entice people to buy it, but I'd rather my potential sample go to someone that actually needs it, like someone on the street or whatever that can't get by and get food readily easily. You know, you get what I mean? It just makes sense to me that way. I still remember laughing at some people. Like, yeah. Like, you know, if someone wants to spend their time with me, that's great. And, you know, I can never ever take that for, you know, granted. I don't think we're winning this. I don't think this car's quick enough compared to that RX-7. But here we are.
I win. You lose.
Yeah, that's a restart. But if people offer to play with me, like, sure, I know I said the other, what was it, like, on the last stream or whatever it was, I was just like, get yourselves an Xbox 360 and get yourself some games. Because I want to relive those games with people, and if people want to do that with me, that's great. Me and Stig have played Blur the last couple of nights, and sure, we were never beating the top guys, and I'm never going to pretend I ever will, because that's just not happening. But there's an option that, you know, me, you, a couple of other people could do, where it's actually just us and the AI, and we still get to do something that we can do together. Same with a game like Split Second. Like, hell, I have a feeling you guys probably want a Midnight Club LA, like, community stream in May or whatever. If that's what you want to do, I'll do it. If you guys want me to host a Midnight Club LA so you guys can race me on Midnight Club LA, I will do that. I have a save. You know, I have a save. It gives you a chance to get the game. It's backwards compatible on the Xbox Series X, so you don't need a 360 like you do for Blur or Forza Motorsport 2 or Forza Motorsport 4. But Midnight Club LA is a game that, you know, and I think that there's a DLC. What is it, South Central? It's usually cheap, and Rockstar still sell it. You can still buy it off the store, I'm pretty sure. And even if you can't, the game's relatively cheap anyway. But you know, I don't see why we couldn't. I don't see why we couldn't play that together at some point. You know, there's a couple of like online achievements as well. Maybe we can do those together. There's literally a achievement for being in an online session with 5 friends. They have to be Xbox 360 friends. South Central's included in the battles. There you go then. So, you know, if we did a community stream, obviously I know a couple of guys are on PlayStation, but I'm pretty sure most of my friends are on Xbox, so I don't see why it couldn't work. Obviously, I feel a bit bad for Leon because he doesn't have an Xbox. He's on PlayStation. But I'd also be down to maybe one day do Gran Turismo streams if, you know, like I said, PlayStation's not really my main platform. You guys can probably tell. PC is my secondary. PC is my secondary platform. But I have PlayStation for the exclusive. I want to play games like 2018 Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, God of War. I'd like to get round to playing though, and having the option to is a nice thing. You know, even the Persona fucking dancing games, because I'm shit at rhythm games and I thought it would be funny. But, you know, I suck at rhythm games. I will tell you that free. I went into a Dance Dance Revolution game on fucking medium and I was out in 7 seconds. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with them. But as long as you guys enjoy seeing me play through games, just chatting, listening to me ramble while we're clapping Kenji here. You know, we're just clapping Kenji like he's no big deal at the minute. You know, if you guys are enjoying that and you guys want to stick around, be in chat, support if you really want to, and help me just, you know, get by a little bit better, that's up to you. And I appreciate every one of you that sit here, talk, chat, support, even just lurk. Like you cannot quantify appreciation because it's not a tangible thing. Like, your arms would never be big enough, your room would never be big enough, but to think that there's a group of you out there that will sit down, you know, in the evenings, just watching me.
You're gonna need all your skills for the canyon.
Watching me play this shit or whatever. Well, Nikki's blabbering about canyon doors while I'm in a comically fucked car.
Stay right
but
on all the way down. The closer you follow, the better you'll do.
you know, it's just like,
You race the same road again.
I think it's really, really, really
They do a better
tricky
job of staying on you.
to try and quantify. Obviously, for a lot of like bigger streamers, they're more worried about their content and their numbers. I'm happy to have 4 people just chatting with me over a video game, to be completely fair. Like, that alone makes me happy. It makes me sit here. It helps me get my backlog done. It helps me get you guys to see games that you might not otherwise have played. You know. Okay.
It's your last chance to face reality and back off.
Back off, country. We're having a moment here. Oh yeah, if you go red, you don't score. It's worth remembering that. The rubber banding here is insane. But it's hard to quantify just how much it means to someone like me. You know, like I said, I don't have a massive social circle. I don't particularly have a lot of friends. I struggle with keeping friendships. And it's just having people that will just sit here, listen to me babble, you know, taking the piss out of Kenji or whatever have you. Sit there, play games with me, enjoy, try something new, try something they otherwise wouldn't. And, you know, I can't, as someone that has struggled with social friendships and queues and everything like that, for the longest time, that means more to me, because it's something I never had really growing up. I was bullied at school quite a lot. I'm sure that's something that everyone can relate to. But I was bullied for doing things like my tour of esports at the time. I was bullied for stuff like that. I was bullied because I was different. I was bullied because I was easy to get. I was bullied because I was quite easy to frustrate, because, you know, as someone that was autistic, I didn't understand where my flaws were as a person. And I still have a couple of key triggers, and I'm not telling you what they are, but I still have a couple of key triggers that really, really set me off. And, you know, like, that's something that I can't... Like, that was something I dealt with, like, the longest time. It was something I struggled with for the longest time. And I guess I still do to a degree. But I'm nowhere near as easily frustrated or enraged or whatever have you. I'm no longer that bad. I went through some cognitive behavioral therapy during secondary school to help me control my anger. I am a stubborn individual. I really don't like, you know, giving up easily. I don't like admitting I can't do something because I was ridiculed for doing that when I was younger. It's just like, you know, I was fed up of being told that I couldn't look after myself when I was growing up. The moment I moved out, the first person to say they were wrong and congratulate me on how well I'd done for myself was my dad. My dad told me that I wasn't looking after myself, that I couldn't look after a flat. You know, I couldn't live in a place of my own. And maybe to some degree, he's right. Maybe I can't. But at the same time, I'm also that individual, you know. I don't have the money to just replace things I need, or I don't have, or anything like that. I just don't have that sort of, like, I can get myself back where I need to be by restarting. I had to take a lot with me because I didn't have anything here. Like, I had to take the old, when I moved out, I had to take the old washing machine, and that's still being, I had to get that repaired last year.
No way, punk.
Cheers, Kenji, for your turf, brother. But I had to take the old washing machine. I had to get that repaired. I couldn't afford that repair. It was 150 fucking quid for thingy repair. I'll take the cash. I don't care if I don't get the car, to be fair. I'd love to know what these unique vinyls are, but you know, it's just one of them things. I like when my washing machine broke, I was fucking terrified. Because not only was a brand new washing machine incredibly expensive.
I'm looking for someone to drive with. I've had it with Kenji. He'd be nothing if it wasn't for me. I just want someone who drives fast and smart. If you want one more in your crew, I'm staying at the plaza.
But when my washing machine broke, I was very, like, upset. Because I need that. And I can't just replace it. Like, it sounds dumb, and again, I'm not pity farm, but my job doesn't exactly pay me a lot of money, and unfortunately the cost of living crisis in the UK has not gotten any better. Like, at all. It's not gotten any better than what it was, like, a couple years ago. That is probably never coming back. But I am fucked at the end of every month, almost.
I have a secret. Thought you'd like to know? I was there that night you left. I was up a fire escape. You can see pretty good up there. You can hear things too.
Unit 4, you are confirmed for a 1046 on suspects Bravo, Charlie, and Delta. Suspect Alpha driving a blue Toyota is a non-action.
Then the cops step out and hit every car. But the blue one, yours. I didn't make any sense of that. Somebody interfered in a big way, and now you need a good crew to pick up the pieces.
But yeah, like my job, woman number one, yeah. I think the other one's Nikki, innit? But my job doesn't exactly pay me an awful lot. Which is a shame, because like getting by, probably for everyone, it's not just me, so I'm preaching to the choir here, but everyone, or at least there are a lot of people that are struggling with the...
Hey, I forgot to tell you, any new boss of an area is supposed to hold a big race. Costs a lot of money to organize, but every racer nearby will turn up. Check it out at the safe house. All the local drivers are expecting to come through with this.
Okay, but okay, straight into the next race. But obviously I know a lot of people are struggling with like cost of living and everything like that. Like, that's completely understandable. I get it, which is why I don't ask for things like donations, subs, whatever have you, because there are people that are struggling just like everyone else. I guess there are lots of people that work 9 to 5. Some people, you know, full-time carers, can't work, need assistance from the government. There's all sorts of people everywhere. And I've only ever said to people that it's, you know, you should only do it if you want to, and more importantly, if you can. Like, don't just do it because you think it's the best thing to do. I work a job for a reason. It's to make ends meet. This is not my job. This is for fun. You know, this is something I do for fun with you guys, and if I can get a little bit extra to help me get by when things are tight with work and whatever, then, you know, I'll take every chance I get. It so happens that with Amazon Prime you get a free Twitch sub. You're already paying for Amazon Prime. You can give the Twitch, and you know, it's the equivalent of a tier 1 sub. And it's free with your Prime subscription. Most people pay for Amazon Prime. It's a luxury, you know, it's quite a neat luxury to have, I would say. It's definitely bailed me out a couple of times. But at the same time, it's just like, people use Amazon Prime for Amazon. They don't use it for Twitch. It's a bonus. So it's just like, if you have it, just maybe use it. It could be on me, it could be on, you know, another streamer, it could be on one of the biggest content creators out there. It sounds really dumb, but there are, like, I think a lot of creators on the internet rely on I'm not, what am I going to say? There's a lot of people that will happily support someone on Twitch, on YouTube, whatever, through watching the adverts and, you know, stuff on YouTube, or everyone hates YouTube adverts, but you get my point. They'll support them with ad revenue because they can't afford to give them anything extra. Some people think that, oh, I won't give them anything extra because everyone else is doing it for them. But I think a lot of people on the internet, whether they want to admit it or not, will probably have quite a few individuals that are willing to just, or not necessarily blindly do it, but there's definitely a few people that I would definitely say help them make their living more than most, if that makes sense. And, you know, if that means that people stick around and they you know, like how Mamba has very kindly gifted a load of people here subs, like Paulie, Stig, Marmaduke. Mamba, I've never met Mamba, but we're good friends, I would say. We're very, very good friends. And, you know, like, we, again, met over Forza. He's been in my team on a count of 3 times. Left joined, left joined, left joined. But he's very happy to help me out. I've never asked him why. He just says I'm a nice guy. And if that's why you feel like I deserve your support, then more power to you. I'm just myself at the end of the day. I'd rather not lie and be someone I'm not on a camera, because I feel like that would be wrong. If I wanted to be a mask, I would act in movies. You know, like, if you ever met me in person, I'd be the same as I am on stream. I'd like to think so anyway. I've never met anyone from my streams in person. I've attended a couple of events, but I've never had anyone go, damn, is that LMP Dragon? I've never had anyone do that. And, you know, some people like being under, like, no, like, obligation or pressure or anything like that. Some people prefer it that way. And if that's what they want to do, then more power to you. Like, I know, I'll give you a good example. Brandon Keener, who was a Mass Effect voice actor for Garrus Vicarian, probably widely one of the most favourite squad mates in the entire trilogy. He's one of the shyest guys you'll meet. He still loves doing, like, the voice and, you know, getting people, getting involved with the fans, but he's so incredibly shy, he almost never does it in public. He's the type of guy that will like your tweet or repost something and then just leave it at that. He might occasionally reply, but he's such a shy dude, and he appears in a couple of other smaller TV shows or whatever. He's such a shy dude that, you know, it's straight. A lot of people would like to meet, but that's just not who he is. And I'm sure if he ever does it, it'll be great. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see him on N7 Day, because Garrus is one of my favourite, like, squad mates. If you haven't played the Mass Effect trilogy, go play it. But you know, a lot of people had a lot more time in something like 2020 when COVID was a thing. I was working through the entire pandemic. I was a key worker. I had the letter. I still have the letter on my phone for being a key worker. I still have that letter. I don't know why I've not deleted it, because I don't need it anymore. But I still have it as a reminder that I worked through COVID. I was in warehouses. I was dealing with tires. I was dealing with people's... I was dealing with people's stuff. You know, I was making sure parcels were getting up and down the country, and, you know, the workload was pretty insane, I will admit. But we powered through it. And sure, maybe it's not like, maybe it's not for, like, you know, for everyone. But it's one of them. That should probably do something for the car. Oh, good lord, those stats. How much is that? 48 grand. Okay. That's a lot. I forgot I've unlocked the flame vinyl things now, haven't I? But they look awful. They're not the do you get the body ones? No, they have to be body. Okay. Cool. Guess we're gonna go start unlocking some other stuff, I guess, then. But we'll do that big race that the crew wanted me to do. It's a very fun race, this one. Where was I? But yeah, I would never pretend to be someone I'm not. And I know a lot of people, obviously, when they start out, are a lot more appreciative because they're smaller. But when it's people's jobs, they almost rely on it almost. But not me. I would never force it on anyone. That's a lot of cars. But yeah, sorry for rambling, chat. But yeah, as I was saying, like, a lot of bigger people that make it their job. This is almost why I said I never want to make this a job. It would be cool if I could, but there's that part of me that's just worried about the inconsistency of income and stuff like that. Like, because obviously one of the biggest things about being a creator is having reliable income to make sure you can, you know, support yourself and feed yourself. But I'm in the what's the word? Like, I like having bare minimums almost. I'm happy. Yeah, but what's the? It's like people like, I don't even have a car. I usually take public transport because it's the only way to really get around. But I would like at one point to maybe get a car, just something small to get around in. Even if, sure, like I said, my favourite car in the world and dream car would be a Dodge Viper, but I couldn't justify it. Like, you know, some people are genuinely happy to see others that they like succeed, and you know, they're the best kind of people. They're the people you want to be around. There are some people that will hate you because of what you achieve or just something like that. There's all sorts of people out there, but the people you really want in your life are the people that will support you and be there for you, even, and be proud of whatever you achieve, no matter when you achieve it. But it's also to remember to the individual, if they ever make it, to never forget where they started. Because all it takes is one thing to bring it all back down to reality, and you are back with the common rabble, like, if you want to call it that. You're back to being, you know, just this person who's around. You know, like, look at the amount of content creators online that have been cancelled because of something stupid they said or the wrong individual that they got they got partnered with, or someone they've really looked up to has done something wrong and they're just irredeemable in the eyes of the people that admire them. It's very much a thing. It's not just like some placebo effect. Like, it has genuinely ruined lives. So, you know, just be humble. Like, appreciate anything that you can. Anything and everything that you have, be appreciative for it. Surround yourself with good people that will help you succeed and you help them succeed in return. And I don't think you'll go wrong in life. Because the only thing that every human being has in common, the leader's binned it. That's incredible. But being around the right people is more important than being around lots of people. If you catch my drift. Pun not intended. But if you like, you want the people that will support you because they will help you succeed. You don't want to be supporting someone that won't replicate the same thing back. Easy win. I also realised we have a few customization options that we should probably go and equip to our cars. I forgot about the rear wings that we unlocked. Ah yes, we finally got some of those wheels, didn't we? I guess you need Colin to do that. Yeah, you need Colin. We'll just get a regular wing for now, though. At some point, we'll get a decal for this car. I guess these guys are in their level 2 cars now. No. No, they are not. What we can do is this, though. We'll have to get a crew paint scheme set up at some point. Right, where to next, chat? Fortuna or Palmont City? Or whatever this area's called. I forget what it's called. Kempton, sorry. So do we go to Fortuna or Kempton, chat? I see a vote for TFK. 21st Street. TFK. That's 2-1. That looks like a 2-1 to me. TFK it is. Oh fuck me, I keep forgetting that's such a long track. And not tribal vinyls, okay. Body kits. Turbo. That's also true. Samson is probably, if you really want to start the game the best way possible, the best person you could go for first is Angie. Get the muscle car done, because you could have Samson and Neville. Because Neville is a career. Neville's is a career increase, whereas Samson's is a race increase. So you need to have Neville and Samson on the same team. to get like the 10% plus 200. You can always make more money later down the line, but the problem is replaying events you've already played doesn't actually pay out that much. They just give you 500. So you can get the 50 from Samson and then the 200 from Neville. So you get, what is it, 750 a race? Technically speaking, you could make a lot of money like that, but you're replaying so many of the same races, it's almost not worth it. Whereas 12,000, 10% is what? An extra 1,200 plus the 200 is an extra 1,400. So that's what? 2 runs of a different race per thing. I remember doing Condoro. It was one of my favourite tracks in the game. I couldn't actually tell you why that is. It's actually controlled by Rotor 4 as well. But it is 2-1 on TFK, so I'm going to go with what the chat say, unfortunately. I will probably consider wrapping up relatively soon. We'll start getting through TFK and then I'll see if I can find a point to wrap up, because obviously it is going to be getting a little bit later into the day. Redeemed the play direct. The question is, do we get a new car next? That's the real question. We got nothing else to upgrade on this Mazda. Just some visuals, basically. But we get more cars and more territories we take over. But yeah, thanks for listening to a random dude on the internet ramble for like the last, was it hour or so? Was I rambling? I don't know. I have no idea how long I was rambling for. I turned into Yapperman 9000. This is a long race, I keep forgetting that. Yeah, the only downside with tuner cars is they're not very quick. They have a slight speed deficit. Here we go. Oh, we're going for a big jump. Isn't the R34 in this game as well, from what I remember? The next checkpoint's the last one, thank God. This just takes you over the whole fucking area 4-2 now, doesn't it? Basically. What was the S2, sorry, Paulie? I forgot what I said. Oh, get your car out the way. The R34. I thought it was. I was just like, is it? Is it not? Is it? I'd think about it for a second. There we go, that's one down. Here we go. We got Man Like Wolf.
So, how long did it take you to spend all that money you took from me?
I saw Colin. As you do. Oh, we got a load more races around here now. Let's see, does any of them unlock like body paint styles? Window tint, okay. Suspension for the pro like cars, okay. Hoods. Well, I know what race we're doing next. Lofty Heights downhill, but I can't tell if it's a sprint or a drift. It's in the canyon. Shout out to the dude that decided to open a small little diner in the canyon. Oh, it's a drift. I think it's quite. I actually remember there was. I can't remember how you do it, but there's a glitch that I encountered a few times playing this game, where when the race has ended, you spawn in the canyon and you can drive around the canyon roads, like in their entirety. I can't remember how you do it, but there was definitely a glitch where I had that before. 6 skids. Tell me about it. Oh, okay. Oh, it's you.
You got it, kid. I always said you did. Now the others are starting to believe too. Don't give up now. You're close.
Get out of here with your bloody OP car. Can we finally get a lick of paint on this car? And then we'll probably wrap it up there. We made 26%, which is not bad going. Let's see what visuals we finally have to work with. Oh yeah, we got options, baby. My favourites have always been the tribals. I think they look great. Maybe not that one then. Oh, very stripy. I think it was this one I quite like. Ah, you get the stroke and the fill. Okay. So obviously, I've got an idea. And then you can put the logo on the side as well, I think. I think you can. Or can you only put the one? Oh, you can put another layer on. Okay. Well, I remember what colour I set the fucking crest to now. Oh, you can move. Oh, I keep forgetting that you can do that. Okay. Yeah, the game's a bit fun with that. Actually, instead of putting that there, oh, I'm gonna have to manually move it to the HUD. Okay, that's gonna be a fun one. We'll leave it like that for now. Let's just. Can you even put it on the HUD? Is that something we're allowed to do? No, doesn't look like it. Maybe we kind of just leave it somewhere on the side then, I guess. You know what? Maybe we can add like a stripe or something to the top. Or put it, have it so it has a stripe underneath, maybe. Oh, we don't have the stripe thing. Okay, hold on. Can I somehow finesse this, I wonder? That might work. So obviously we got to go for the white fill. I forget how dark the blue was we set. On the rear core body color, so it looks part of the main tribal. I mean, I guess we could just do again a slightly different, slightly like darker shade of blue or something maybe. But then I can move this down so it goes under. Like that. That kind of works, but I can't tell. I can't say for definite I'm going to be able to recreate that exactly on every single crew color car. But I quite like how that looks. I've never actually put much effort into painting a car before. What do you think, chat? Do we change the base color maybe? Like the base color of the car? I'd like to put that in metallic, if I could. Like the slightly zigzag shape on the hood kind of stuff, like works quite well with the Juice 2's calling. Once it's designed about, yeah, just pinch everyone else's. To be fair, if we were really clever, we could maybe dunk a couple of sponsors on the car, but no one else does, so I'm not going to bother. I'm quite happy with that. Let's see how it looks for a different car colour. I'd like to get the let me get the metallic paint first. Let's do that quickly. We'll get the metallic paint because I know that we've got the event for it, and then I'll try it with metallics. I don't intend to put any other thing on it. Which one's that? Suspension. Hood. Is it this one? No, that's wheels. That's body vinyls package 1. Oh, we got the second. Okay, so we actually do have more body vinyls. Which one was the metallic paint? Body kits. Is it this one? Or was it down here? This one. Found it. We'll get the metallic paint, then we'll have a quick look at the car in a different colour. I'm quite happy with the decals, so I don't want to change those necessarily. But I do want to change maybe the base colour of the car, maybe try and make it stand out a bit more, potentially. Shout out to the random 4-rotor guys that have turned up in a fucking Eclipse when they're named after a Mazda engine. Oh, why is Yumi my active scout member? Okay, well, I'm not going to complain. Well, I'm going to complain if you keep crashing your car. Whoops. It's just could I recreate this reasonably on every other car? Probably not. Yeah, go on then. Well, she's just buggering off into the distance now. Okay, Yumi. I mean, I did fully upgrade a car. But so is mine, actually, to be fair. I can't catch up with Yumi.
Get in the bag. Just keep going.
Jesus Christ, Yumi.
Oh, we totally embarrassed them.
Ah, we'll get the Angie cutscene now, won't we?
Yeah, I heard you were in town. Go back where you came from.
Angie. Joke's on her, we're from here. Exactly.
Yeah, well, I'm off.
Yeah, I'm glad you're off. I need to activate Neville again. I need my monkey. Right, now we've got metallic paint. This is the same car but metallic. It actually metallics the vinyls as well. I mean, we could try the really boring option. That's a black metallic. I mean... I don't hate it. You kind of need something to contrast the white stroke on the outlines, basically. That's kind of what you're looking for here. This works quite well. But that's metallic white, but it gets lost. What, a silver? That's kind of what... I guess that would be some... It's a bit of a lighter silver, I know, but... Give me a sec. That would be more akin to it. The blue has to stay, though, because the crew logo is blue. So, the blue has to stay to some capacity. It's just, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make all of the AI look like this. The gold rims suit it. I would change them to black, but I think the gold is a bit of a nice color contrast, so I'm going to keep them. God, I love Dragon Monkey fanboy. I mean, I guess the color scheme works for a reason, I suppose. It's got to be a blue of some kind. This game does take a moment to update all of its color, like, theory stuff. Like, if you went for a really, like, almost midnight blue, you could probably, maybe, potentially, like, get away with that. But I think if it's the wrong shade of Tesco Value M3 GTR, again, that's black. I would go for, like, cyan, but bordering green at that point. Obviously, the metallic does add a nice little, like, sheen to it. I think the blue's got to stay because the crew logo is also blue. You could have like a subtle blue shift, I suppose. You could try something like that, maybe. I still haven't worked out what color I fucking gave the decal. I mean, the silver also works. Obviously. The black works. It's very stealth looking, but I don't know. It's remembering all of this when I have to paint it for everyone else that's the problem. And then it's recreating it on any other cars I buy as well. There's that as well, I suppose. What do you reckon, chat? Like, give me your honest opinion. Because I'm a little bit stuck. Like I say, you got the black, the silver works as well. Or we can go for a slightly different shade of blue. Would the logo not go half over one design under the other? You could let's just paint it silver for a sec. Theoretically, you could move this down so it sits under the tribal. But in a way, I'm also trying to make it easier to recreate in case I want to give it all to the AI. What I should probably do is edit. What fill did I go with? So it was 4 from bottom in which one? There. So it was 4 from bottom, so it was that one. I think the only reason this one works the way it does is... I must have got that pretty accurate then. The only reason that one works the way it does is because it's on the top of the car only and not the sides. The blue does the rest. Like the tribal on the side. I just don't know what colour. I mean, the black, again, makes it look like a stealth car, but, like, at the same time, I've also done so many of these in so many other games, I feel like. I feel like I've done this loads in loads of other games anyway, but... maybe it'll work here because it's nighttime and everything, so... fuck it, I'm just gonna go with black. Grey. You reckon the grey? Maybe the silver will grow on me. Maybe. In that case, then. That feels a bit more color-coded. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the gold wheels, but that looks more color-coded. I'm gonna go with this then. I would say, chat, relatively good start. I guess this is our car for the next little bit then. We got 88 grand. We could go and get ourselves a new car. Now the question is, could I recreate that for the crew cars? Maybe. Maybe. I guess we're gonna go with that. Oh yeah, we got some extra bonus visual stuff, didn't we? Like the hood. I really want to put a... Oh, that's aftermarket. Okay, that's why. We haven't unlocked the rest of the kits yet, but at some point. I think we need Colin to get a lot of the modifications on this. I guess for now we'll just put a regular roof scoop on it. Oh yeah, it was aftermarket, not auto sculpt. Whoops. That one sticks up a bit too much. So is that one. The livery doesn't go over the parts. Okay. I thought it might. Fuck it, we're going with that. I'll leave the rims as they are, but we'll maybe look at some auto sculpt rims when we get Colin. I know I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to quickly check the car lot, see what we've got. We'll have a couple of tier 2 cars, I'm sure. Now the question is, where's the car dealer? Oh, you can just jump there. Okay. Obviously, we know about the DLC cars and stuff, but... There's a Challenger that we got. Eclipse. RX-7. Okay, so we don't really have many options. This is free. The 2 freebies. Well, we could technically go to a tier 2 car if you wanted for free, which is this. I don't know how much you can do in terms of modifying it. Ignore previous. Well, there's still like a couple of other cars we could pick, but we might have to go and unlock a few more areas to... We might have to unlock a few more areas to get the... I'll also show you guys some of the DLCs that I got. I don't think... Did I get all of them? I don't remember if I got all of them or not, but I definitely got a bunch. Oh, I jumped to safe house to back out the menus. That's funny. Oh, I keep forgetting that you can add, like, custom with your own cars if you have them unlocked from your career mode. But if you go quick race, or no, custom quick race, yeah. Pick beachfront, solo. Sure. 2 laps. Crew member on. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, the fucking fire truck. Okay. So there was the Zonda F, that was a car that you could get. Can't modify it. A silver one. There was a Corolla GTS, which you can't do anything with. And the same with the pre-modified red one. The dump truck. And that's all. I think that was it. Oh, the G35, the Challenger, career modes. You've got my cars, bonus cars. You can unlock like the A Gallardo. I think that's meant to be Ming's car of some description. I feel like from Most Wanted. A Mustang, which I haven't done anything with, and the 4-rotor RX-8 that you will never ever get the livery for. I guess we have to unlock a few extra freebies. I know there was a 240SX DLC, but that was like specific to the limited edition or whatever it was. As for the reward cards, well... Wow, that's a 50 quick races, okay. Get the police Rhino, Eclipse 99, fire truck we already have. Carbon ST5 Auto School rims. Oh, you get these from just playing the game. Okay. I'm still mad that these, the Inferno one I have the Inferno one, so I guess it still counts my progress on it. Must be. But yeah, that one I would have done. That one I probably would have done. It was probably that one I never did. Probably. Move. Lost Calibri. I remember that one as well, looking really good. It's just so annoying that they've shut the servers, but I guess you can still play the game, I suppose. Oh yeah, there's a couple of cars in other races that you can't drive. The Europa is one of them. There's a Land... Oh, that's the Evo 9. GT500 you can't drive. Chevelle SS you win. The MR2 you'll never be able to drive. Apart from there. The Hemi Cuda is another, I think. GT3 RS is another one you can't drive. I guess they give you a way to drive them, I suppose. All of the registered logos for the Chrysler registered, 300C registered. The GT3 is an online unlock. You can't get it anymore. Not to drive your custom races with. You can't get that anymore. Because you have to do the online objectives. And one of them is that fucking achievement. Which you'll never get anymore either. So the only way you can drive the GT3 RS will be the Challenge Series. And the only event you can do it in is on Blackwell Road in a checkpoint. That is the only way you'll ever be able to that'll be the only way you'll ever unlock all of it, like those cars, basically. But as you can tell, if I press X to go to the leaderboards, EA Nation's no longer a thing. I'm just glad that you can still play the campaign and stuff, I suppose. And any unlocks and DLC I had will still be here. But what I've got here is what I'll get, and that's it now. You can still get yourself the M3 GTR, you can still get yourself the 99 Eclipse. Still get yourself the dump truck, the Cross Corvette, Police Rhino, Police Interceptor, the Murcielago LP640 and the Chevelle. You can still get those in any playthrough you do now. The only ones you'll never get are the Pontiac GTO, which you can never unlock, or I think the only one I never did was that one. I think that was the only one I never did. Don't forget to save the game. Oh yeah, shit. That one you'll never be able to get, and the MR2. These two you can drive in the challenge mode, to be fair, in whatever configuration they're set up in. But the only one that is not here in any capacity, from what I remember, is the Pontiac GTO. Yeah. So you will never, if you didn't get it when the servers were online, you will never be able to drive any variation of the Pontiac GTO, which happens to be this level 3 police car, if anyone was curious. There is some reason to do this, by the way, and that's you can get an FS Carbon logo. Oh, I know what that is. Okay. I guess it counts this as a new save, so... And I'll never be able to check what my Xbox Live stats were. Hooray. So only downside, obviously with PC you can like make private lobbies and get all this working again, which I'm sure would be nice, but I can't say that there's nothing you can't get online that you couldn't do in single player for the most part. So you get about 85% of the game still, even with the servers turned off. But for me, this game will be forever uncompletable for 6 achievements, which will be beating EA on moderator in an online game, and the 5 XP levels I never got. The rest of them are entirely doable. Like that one, I'm surprised I haven't done, to be completely fair. But it is what it is. Cross-sell? Oh. A couple of demos for a couple of sports games. I guess the game auto-saves, but we'll save anyway. Right. I guess that's enough of that for tonight. Sorry for the late start. It will happen again tomorrow. I am very much, unfortunately, in on a close tomorrow as well, so I will not be here for, I will not be here until, like, 8 o'clock on the start again. But we can definitely make some solid progress, I think. This game will not take long to beat the campaign on. We've already done one area. We could probably finish the next one in the next stream. And the one after that. And then, yeah, theoretically it should be 4 or 5 parts because the last one in Silverton is painful. But yeah, I will catch you guys tomorrow for part 2. Have a good night, guys. Bye for now.